those in there.
Your move, king to rook 1. My move, rook to knight 6. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay, guys, welcome. First off, this is my 800th video. I can't believe it. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel and being there. Great comments, great feedback all the time. And it's just been a fun and amazing ride, so thanks a lot. Okay, so how does Sci-Fi treat AI? I figured we'd go over just a few. There's so many great classics and some modern stuff, of course, too, but figured I'd pick 3 of my favorite classic sci-fi movies and how they deal with the threat or just even the annoyance of AI. Like everyone's like, oh, it's going to take over the world. It's going to, dominate us completely. What about just being annoyed and irritated? All right, starting things off with one of my favorites, The Thing. 1982 version. It was a remake or redo from the classic from the 50s, but this was from John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell as the great MacReady, right? So now you're saying, wait a minute, where's the AI? Where's the AI? Yeah, there is AI. The simple old school type. Remember the chess program? That's the scene that features MacReady playing a game of chess against a computer called the Chess Wizard. Now, by today's standards, of course, it's a really simple AI. It's just like a text-based game. It runs on an Apple II computer, I'm sure, right? So MacReady is bored, and he's just drinking whiskey. He's getting kind of drunk. He's frustrated by the AI winning. So he deals with it, obviously. You can see this as a metaphor for what's happening today. I look at it as how people are looking at AI maybe kind of taking over jobs or, doing more things that people do. And maybe even better than some humans do, like the chess program. So MacReady dealt with it. That's how he treated and dealt with AI. Okay, one of my all-time favorites, in fact. If I had to pick one science fiction film of all time, it would be 2001, A Space Odyssey. Directed by the incomparable legend Stanley Kubrick and starring HAL 9000. I believe the actor's name was Douglas Rain. Okay, what we have now, right, or almost very soon, we almost have HAL. I mean, AI responds and treats us pretty much like HAL. Maybe not as dangerous yet or as lying, but it does do that conflation, right? It does have delusions, illusions, outright lies in ways, kind of like HAL. So how did Dave, the astronaut, how did astronaut Dave treat him? Well, remember, he just turns them off. He takes away the memory modules, and he has him sing the song Daisy, Daisy. One of my favorite scenes. Kind of sad, though. You actually feel kind of sorry for HAL, I think, right? The HAL 9000, you just turn them off. Is that how we're going to treat them? Well, sometimes I treat my AI and I just kind of turn them off. I click them off or just switch them on off. So just turn them off, people, I guess, right? And finally, Terminator, the first one, or of course, Judgment Day, T2. Why or how, in what world will we be able to deal with something like Skynet? With true robotic Terminators from the depths of hell? Well, obviously, I mean, the military, of course, will make, I guess, things. They already have drones and Terminator-like vehicles, I'm sure, and drones, things that we don't even know about, we're not even aware about. And even someone like Elon Musk, many companies are making bots, androids, robots, right? I don't know if they're going to be Terminators, but so how do they deal with it? Well, if you remember, John Connor, Sarah Connor, and the Terminators, they go back and forth through time. So it's a truly nightmarish scenario, and they use time travel, right, to protect the savior, John Connor, to prevent his death, prevent his birth, and then, or rather ensure his birth. And so the Terminator can't prevent his birth by killing Sarah Connor. And then Terminator 2, of course, then Arnold, the T-800 becomes the savior himself, which I love that twist. So it's a pretty complex thing to do, right? If we could master time travel, but That's more of the sci-fi kind of way to deal with it. I think, seriously, if we do have some sort of Terminators, I can't conceive of it unless they escaped from a military lab, or even like Short Circuit Johnny Five and somehow they come alive. Johnny Five comes alive. I don't know. I mean, I just think that it's probably never going to happen on that scale. But will we have these bots like, say, even Elon Musk, all these companies are making? Sure. Will they be able to kill us? Will they have that strength and capability? I would hope not. Meaning, I'm sure they'll have strength. They'll be strong. But we'll have turn-off keys or, kill switch, like verbal kill switch, like, Omicron Theta off or whatever. And then they must do it. And maybe everyone will know it because it'll be a general thing, just like we all know how to shut off a computer or a microwave oven, or everyone will know that off switch. Or like Data in Next Generation in Star Trek. They know where Data's off switch. Well, Dr. Crusher, Picard, most of the bridge crew. But I think he says something like, would you tell anyone, that you didn't trust maybe where your off switch is? It's kind of a private matter, kind of a private area. So what do you think? I think that AI is essential. It's growing. It's getting more powerful. We have to be careful. Of course we do, to protect our jobs. I think just to protect almost our humanity in terms of how we interact with each other, because AI is great, but we can't lose sight of who we are, right, as human beings. So give us your feedback. Give us your thoughts. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.